Good evening, everybody. Alright, we are on eastbound Interstate 40 right now on the far east end of Arkansas, getting ready to cross the Mississippi River into Memphis, Tennessee. Time to make our delivery of our load picked up over in Valencia, California, or Santa Clarita, whichever term you want to technically call it, doesn't matter, the road. Alright, this one's going to McLane Foods. It is a load of lemon concentrate. I think I forgot to mention that in the pickup video when I did that. Pickup video, I talked about how I could smell a distinct odor of like oranges or tangerines or something along that line. I had said I knew it was citrus. I just couldn't tell what kind of citrus. And yeah, and the loader ended up telling me it was basically pure lemon, but it's boxed up. I think it's just like concentrate or whatever. And it's eventually going to end up in Chick-fil-A stores, I assume here throughout the Memphis region. So if you guys go to Chick-fil-A much and you live here in the Memphis area, anywhere or somewhere, wherever, anywhere in the surrounding area that is serviced by the DC and the McLane facility here in Memphis, welcome. You're getting part of your product from this trailer here. Alright, we're crossing into Tennessee right now. This is going to be my first time at this receiver. I've never, of course, it's actually my first time even coming in, doing a delivery in this area with JCT at all. I came through Memphis a fair amount, I would say, with Cedar, England, and there were even occasionally maybe customers not too far east of here that I would actually go to, but JCT, it's not common for us to be over. I mean, it's Arkansas, maybe Russellville is where we tend to go as far east as on I-40, as far as with regularity. Now, we do have loads that go east of there, all the way out to the East Coast and stuff, but it's just not to the degree that exists from Arkansas all the way to the west, and even more so west of Oklahoma City, really. I generally say anything west of I-35 and south of I-70 is our bread and butter sweet spot, I guess, with our freight. Anyway, I got a 1 a.m. appointment time. It is 11:47 local right now. Alright, we're coming up on the I-40 and 240 split coming up here. This guy's going a little on the slow side. I'm going to go around him. Yeah, I'm barely even doing the speed limit and I'm gaining on him that fast. Alright, anyway. So, I guess, now I did a little bit of scouting. Actually, one of my friends that told me how to get into the place, how things are set up, is normally when you go to a McLane, most of the time when I go to one of their facilities, the expectation is for you to park on the street, walk your bills up to the guard shack, or if I recall, and then they give you a dock door assignment, and then you come in. There are a couple others I've been to where, you just go right up there and then, drive right up to the gate, and then they have like an intercom box that they use to communicate with you, and maybe you give them your PO number, and then once they verify that you're supposed to be there and that you're supposed to be here at that time, they will let you in. And this particular location appears to be of that variety, from what I understand. There'll be a driveway kind of seem like on the end of a cul-de-sac or whatever, or it kind of splits off in two different directions. And you take the right side of it, and there's a... no, wait. I think that lane ends, yeah. I'm going to stay right here. I don't care if that car likes it or not. That lane's in it. Anyway, I think it's that kind of setup. Or he had said, my friend had actually said, you just hit the intercom box, whatever, and they let you in. Another one of my friends who I had actually met up with on the way back to California with that previous load. When I was telling him about how I was delivering in Memphis, because I crossed paths with him on the way out here a couple of shifts ago. Where were we at? I think we were just inside on the New Mexico side of the New Mexico-Texas line, somewhere in that ballpark. I don't remember. I saw him going the other way, and I asked him, where's he heading now, or whatever. And, he ends up telling me back to Colton, I think it was, and I tell him I'm going to Memphis, and he's like, Memphis? Wow, it's, I didn't know we even did anything over there. Now, mind you, he's been with JCT, I believe, longer than I have. I don't recall for sure how long he's been with us, but I want to say he's been with us longer. And he was, and he lives in Oklahoma. He's originally from Michigan. He knows a lot of this regional area more than I do, and he was even saying he was kind of surprised by that. So that kind of tells you just how common it is for us to do anything like pickup or delivery related near Memphis. Alright, so I have another topic I want to talk about here. It's just something that triggered me today to think about this evening. There's a couple of things, but I want to talk about. It's, the focal point is going to be, it's never just the internet. It's very easy for people to get this thought that, oh, it's just the internet. It's just a bunch of random strangers who I'll never meet in person. I got some stuff to talk about with that, though. You should never have that mentality. Because there's a lot of stuff that's gone on the internet that has negatively impacted a lot of people, myself included, at some point in time. I'll start off with when I was a young airman, working on C-130s. There was a particular flight engineer. I'll go as quickly as I can through this, but I was in a C-130 email list, basically, and I said some disparaging things about this guy, this flight engineer, without even mentioning his name. All I did was just open a can of worms about somebody who just pissed me off. That's all it really was, and I was just venting. But I opened up a can of worms that came back at me, because there were other flight engineers on my unit who were also on that list, and they knew who I was talking about, because they knew who was flying the particular day, and they figured out that, because they said my name looked familiar as well, and they weren't sure that I was in the group, but they thought it was. This thing just turned off. Anyway, long story short, they ended up telling the guy I was talking about what I was saying, or showed him the screenshots and all that. Next thing I know, he's coming over to my side of our squadron to talk to our chief and my flight chief and all that. And I was working graveyard shift, getting my airplane ready to fly that morning, and I think we had at the end of my shift, I think I was handing over the pre-flight stuff. I think we already had a flight crew out there, and this is how I even knew anything about it, because the flight engineer who I was pre-flighting with, he's like, "You're Scott Zane, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." So, well, you authored something that I thought was a little unprofessional. Basically, is what he said there, and I'm like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" And then he talked about this email list. He talked about somebody there. I didn't mention their name, at least to that credit, but they still said, the other guys in our office, saw it, and they asked me about you and if I knew you. I'm like, yeah, I think he's in our squadron, and they're the ones who told the other guy about it. Hey, this guy's talking about you. Anyway, I get back in off the flight line that morning, and this flight engineer I was talking about is in there. So was my flight chief and our superintendent, the chief, E9. Yeah, I got my ass reamed over that one, and I think I was there for about another year or so before my time in the unit was up, and yeah, let me tell you, I was on his shit list the rest of the time I was in that squadron, because I left before he did. So yeah, that went back to follow. That followed me around a little bit there, at least on as far as that unit was concerned. There are other cases where someone just says it's just the internet, and somebody's actually gone out to, you know, to confront them about it in person. You know, even if they don't know each other, they can figure out where who the person is, where they live, and all this stuff. This is easy stuff to do, guys. I can tell you from my genealogy experience with some of the searching that I do to figure out how certain people are related, or you know, how far, you know, like how far down a particular branch I can get on a relative as far as their descendants and all that. Very, very easy for the most part to figure out where a lot of people live, down to exact address, even phone numbers sometimes, and you know, it doesn't take much. Another case in point there, some guy decided he thought he was going to do this talk shit to me just because I'm some random guy on the internet on TikTok on a video. I was commenting on somebody's video, and this guy started bad-mouthing me, you know, some little punk kid, 20 some odd year old kid from, I forget the name of that town in Minnesota, not Minnesota, but Montana, up above Billings. Whatever that town is called, I forget. I know the name of that town, I just forget it. Anyway, this guy wants to talk shit to me like I'm like a fucking moron or whatever, so I decided I was going to try to teach him a little bit of a lesson. Now, not that I was going to do anything, but I was going to teach them about the reality of just how dangerous the internet really can be. Because, now in this case, this guy was trolling me. I ended up finding his Facebook profile, and he had said something about his dad being in the hospital, and he said his dad's name on there as well. And so, yeah, this isn't a very big town that he was in either. It's a notable, it's a city that a lot of people know about, but it's not very big. And, you know, it didn't take much searching at all to figure out that his dad lived at a very exact address. You know, right down to the exact house number and everything, and street name and everything I had. So, it would have been very easy for me to track him down. All I would have had to do was go up to that city, go hang out on their street and kind of stake him out, whatever, and when I see him leaving, follow him around and whatever, and get all the intel I wanted about him without him even knowing. Or, God knows, I could have even gone up and confronted him and beat the shit out of him, or who knows, could have stabbed or shot and killed or whatever if I was that kind of person. I'm not saying I am that kind of person, but there are people out there who will do that kind of stuff. And if you don't treat people with that level of respect, you know, that they aren't just some random person on the internet, you know, you could find yourself finding out the hard way that, yeah, it's not just the internet, after all. When you end up getting your ass beat up by somebody or put in a hospital or a morgue or something because of something you said that was just the internet, then you tell me, is it really just the internet? Now, on another note, let's see, 40. Oh, I need to stay left for 40. Okay, so I'm going to get back over here. Yeah, I'm getting pretty close here to where I'm going to exit, by the way. Yeah, it's only, looks like one exit past this split up here. Alright, so another thing here. When it comes to Facebook groups, I got a few different groups that I manage, you know, as an admin. Now, my experiences there as group admins actually teach me a lot about effective management as well. I mean, even in a workplace kind of management, it could actually carry over, because I learned different ways about, like, how transparent or opaque should my management style be. And for example, and I think that based on my interactions with the people in the group, that same kind of behaviorism there can translate to how interactions with people in the workplace are concerned as well, if I'm in a workplace environment. And so I might find that I prefer to be transparent as I can, but being transparent about this or that, whatever, just makes you look like you're a loose cannon, immature, and you overreact to stuff, whatever, when you might just be trying to warn people, or you get called a dictator or Napoleon complex, whatever it might be, God complex, whatever you will. So I found that because of these groups, it's actually more effective to be transparent when you want to be proactive about something, and be more opaque when you're reacting to something. So in other words, someone says something disrespectful to you. I guess what happened in our group tonight, one of my, not JCT group, but a different group that I run, a more local group. Somebody had a concern about a man feeding something, an unknown object or substance, to their dog that was in their own backyard in a fenced area. And this man was feeding the dog through the opening of the fence, whatever. And they took exception to it. Now, I don't blame them for being upset about that, because they're, it's, how do you know that as a dog owner that the person's not trying to poison your dog, or even if they're being innocuous in their intent? Maybe they could be feeding your dog something that your dog has an allergy to, or maybe your dog's on a strict diet because of weight problems or some other health concern, and that you can't just give it to them. And actually, I'm gonna slide over because I think, there's a couple of different ways I can go to get off to get to this customer. I can either use this exit here, or go down to the next one and then backtrack a little bit. My impression is that it might be just a tad more truck appropriate to go down the other exit, but I saw businesses along this the road that I'm going to use on this end of it that made me think that it's probably a truck friendly, truck legal route. So we'll go this way, give it a try. Alright, so anyway, my point there, now she had a concern. There was a valid concern, but I gave a contrasting opinion on it. I had a feeling that car was going to do that. I'm sitting there watching there. Alright, so I gave a contrasting view saying, well, you don't have to automatically assume that they're trying to poison your pet. It's like, God, get over it. That's why like, seriously, it's just because they're doing that doesn't mean they're poisoning your dog. They might just be trying to give them peanut butter or something. And, if your dog has the habit of barking at everybody, it's, you got bad manners there, whether it's in your own property or not. Be a better, more responsible pet owner. Teach your dog what about the proper mannerisms and stuff, and as much as you can. But this lady, she got all mad and respond when I was telling her all this kind of stuff. That it could be this or it could be that, and she just decided to respond back to me like, "You sound stupid as fuck," is what she said. She said, "Kick rocks and I'll let my dogs bark whenever they want to bark or whatever." And and then there was the part that she said, "You sound stupid as fuck," that pissed me off. I didn't care about the kick rocks part, but I go to post a screenshot of what she had said to me, and then I put it in the group saying, "Hey, this is a good way to get yourself banned from this group." As far as I'm concerned, this might just be the internet to you, but it's not the internet to me, because real stuff happens because of what gets said on the internet. And I say I've seen people lose jobs because of stuff they've posted on the internet. I've seen people, other problems that, from that. Well, finish watching my tandems there first. Okay, we're going to end up going down the road a little further and then making another right. The road's going to curve off to the left again, and then we'll end up making a... I barely cleared that curve, but I'm worried about that car behind me too. I worry if they try to go around me at the same time I'm going around a curve, and I find I might need to suddenly use the other lane to keep my trailer off the curb or something. Alright, we're good now. There's a cop back there though. Looks like he's got his lights on. I can't tell. Yeah, I don't know if he's trying to pull me over, or I guess. He's got blue lights on. I don't know if he's trying to pull me over or what. We'll find out. He's not. Oh no, okay, he's going by. Okay. This wasn't going that fast, so I thought maybe he was wanting to pull me over for something. I couldn't figure it out. But anyway, yeah. So. Yeah, and everybody misconstrued what I was, what I was complaining about, and they thought I was getting a God complex or being a dictator or whatever. And I'm looking at this this isn't just the internet. This is a real world. It's just virtually talking to each other. And I've had relationships with coworkers or people in the workplace. I would say, who my relationships in person get affected by what I say, even if it's not directly to them, maybe to somebody else. It's just how I conduct myself on the internet. It does affect me in my relationships with them in the workplace, whatever. Probably talk a little bit more about that in a bit here, because we're just about to turn right onto our street, pretty close here. It's right after this. Right after this building here, there should be a street on the right I'm going to turn on. I think, wait. No, oh, it's, okay, it's right here after this bicycle sign, okay. Okay, let me get this into satellite view so I can be sure where the driveway is supposed to be. Yeah, okay, I'm coming in from the opposite side of where I was looking at on the map earlier before I even started driving over here. This building right here in front of me should be McLane, or, well, no, this is no trucks. Alright, so yeah, right here. There's a sign right here for McLane. We'll turn right into here. Okay. Alright, all trucks turn right up here at this thing. I do see some trucks parked over here up against the curb, or in these parking spots, whatever you'll call them, at this other warehouse. I don't know what time they open. But generally, general rule, of course, I usually do 1 hour before appointment time before I try to come in, and we'll find out. I was just kind of expecting at 1 a.m. I'm just naturally inclined to think that there should be more trucks here ready to go in at the same time. So, we'll find out here. If it comes down to it, I'll just hang out here in front of the intercom and wait until they open or whatever. Hello, I'm here for delivery.
All right, let me get that PO number 105.
Last 5 on that one are 48177.
All right, come in, go and do a 30. Go and do a 30.
Door 30. Okay, we'll do.
30. Break the seal, shot the seal, bring the paperwork out. Do a 30.
Okay, I missed the part. You said open the doors, bring the seal in with me.
Bring your paperwork and the seals out. If you get to 30 and it's a trailer in 30, go in 31.
Okay, appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Alright guys, we got door 30 as an assignment. She said if there's a trailer in door 30 to go ahead and dock into door 31. Dock in, bring your seal and your paperwork both into the office. Okay, so we got this drop trailer here is a door 6, so probably going to be down there further by where that the shag truck is at. Actually look like maybe on the other side of it. Right here up this ramp is the wheel call office. Door 28 is the last door before the building, the office. So, yeah, we're gonna be right on the other side of this this annex here. Should be before we get to RE Garrison. Yeah, there's a trailer in door 30. So we'll go ahead and dock into the next door over. And we'll get my doors open real quick. Because we're so close to the building, I won't have as wide a setup lane, so I'm going to start my turn a little bit later. Now, he pointed at this IFCO National Trailer Storage one. I don't know what kind of room I'm working with on the other side yet, so yeah, I got plenty of room there. So let's get them tandems to the center. See if I can get it. Yeah, I'll get the drive tires quickly before I run out of room. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go just a tad more to the right here. I'm gonna pull forward just in case. I might be okay where I'm at now, but just to die, because I never know how the dock plate is going to be. That goes across into the trailer. I'd rather it be perfect, and as perfect as I can to make sure I know for sure it'll go across. Then think, yeah, that should be fine. And then go in there and then have the unloader come back out and tell me, hey, I need you to pull away and realign yourself. I've had that happen before. Actually, any trucker with, especially even like 6 months of experience has probably had that kind of experience at least once. So when you get more experience, you learn don't
you have 7 hours and 7 minutes of remaining drive time.
No, I don't want to delete. I just want to change my status. Shit.
You have 7 hours and 7 minutes of remaining drive time.
Accidentally put myself in the messages area when I was just in the HOS management. Alright, anyway, let's continue some more on the way out of here, right? Just out here pretty quick and easy docking so far. It's decent amount of room, I'd say. Not a ton. Like I said, not a very wide setup lane for me, only because the dock door that I had to work with, but there was ample room here to fix things or kind of modify my setup, whatever, so that it would work more easily. Alright, so we get checked in, and I'll finish telling you about some of that stuff on the way out of here, right? And then what's going on next. Alright guys, we're already done here. Not even been in the door for 30 minutes. I've got someone getting ready to walk past. Let me get him goodbye first. Pull away from the doors and get my doors opened. I gotta wait on this yard jockey though. Okay, I'm just gonna come out of the door and then I'll get my doors shut and get out of here, and we'll tell you what's going on next. Yeah, we're exit out this way. I see the exit sign right there, and I confirmed with the lady in the receiving office. There's two women in the receiving office, and yeah, they did confirm that the exit is this direction. I don't know where this Stevens guy is getting rid of docked in at, so I wanted to get my doors shut, but what I do when I'm not in the way of anybody. So let's. I think the exit's over there by where the McLane trailer's at. All right. Look like he might be stopped doing his doors, so I'll go ahead and get my doors open now, or shut, I mean. Okay, let's get it rolling here. I'm gonna PC out of here because I don't have a pre-plan yet. I've been trying since actually a couple days ago to get a pre-plan. I knew all along that I was going to be ready to reload immediately after delivery, and my DM had told me let her know at the end of business on Thursday, whatever, and she'd get with the planner, but like I couldn't get, didn't end up getting that sent out until too late, so I sent another one in yesterday saying, hey, I'm going to be, and yesterday morning early, or I guess Friday morning, whatever you want to call it. Let the DM know, the fill-in DM, or weekend, whatever you want to call them, DM, know the same information. I was kind of hoping I'd get a pre-plan before I got over here. That way I could have some direction to go and get out of the area immediately after I'm empty. Now I have a double issue there because one, I can't go very far out of the area without until I know first which actual direction I'm going from here. And this is my first time ever delivering in Memphis, so even more so with JCT. Like I said before, there was some other places in the region that I've delivered to before, but always Cedar, England. First time as a JCT driver in almost 5 years with the company that I'm coming through here, or coming into here or whatever. So I don't know where we reload at from here, if we even do this much. I would imagine Russellville, so I'm more inclined to go west, but now I was talking with Scotty D, 67. You guys know him on here, a lot of you guys. Most of you guys who watch me regularly are definitely friends with him as well. I might just go ahead and park over here, but yeah, there are other trucks over here anyway. Why not? Like I said, I don't want to go out of the area and find out the hard way that I'm going the wrong direction. Like, I don't have a problem with piecing in the direction that I want to go, but I don't know if that's really where I'm going to end up. Right? I could turn around right now, but I'm going to go down the road a little further. The reason why I want to get my tandems more well set up to get around that that pole over there. Make sure I have plenty of room here to make my U-turn as well. Yeah, I was just going to park over here in between the fire hydrant and the back of this NFT guy, or whatever it says there. That'll work. I don't have to worry about now whether I'm going to find anywhere to park over at the truck stops over in West Memphis, or like I was mentioning Scotty D. I don't really like the way this guy's positioned, so I want to be ideally in a position where, yeah, I got an idea. I want to be set up where I know this guy won't possibly try to back into me. Gotta watch that light pole. Come on. Watch the light pole and the fire hydrant there, and make sure I stay clear of both. I might get a little bit too close to that fire hydrant. Get a little bit closer to the curb, I don't know. Let's see what I can do there. So I could have parked just the way I was a minute ago, but I'm concerned about if this guy decides to back up, will he actually notice that I'm parked there? Yeah, we should be good there. Alright, should be able to square up now some. What's up? What? I don't know if you're picking me up because I've had problems with my mic, but I'm already empty. Okay, so yeah, I've been having antenna issues with my radio. I think I need to get it bonding wired to properly bond it. I think that's a lot of times nobody can pick me up on the radio. Even when my friend David was driving right in front of me, he was trying to call me on the radio. We were caravanning, so I met up with him in Sky City, New Mexico, on the way out here, and we had dinner together, hung out for a bit, and then caravaned with each other from there out to Santa Rosa before we split off into different directions. He was going to Plainview, and I was, of course, coming here. Alright, so I just don't need to keep going on with the whole topic earlier about the managing groups and stuff, or being called names or whatever. Like I said, everybody's actually learned management techniques, or what works and what doesn't work, or sometimes this works better for this situation, that works better for the other one. Anyway, going back with, yeah, I don't know where I'm going from here. I know it's going to be back to the west though, so, and I'm willing to bet you I'm going to end up reloading at Tyson in Russellville, Arkansas or something. So, we'll see how it goes. I'm just kind of, but I don't want to get out of the area because you never know. I could end up getting sent somewhere else, which I don't even know where. So, yeah, and it's good that I can just, I guess, park right here. Doesn't seem like it should be an issue, at least for now. I was expecting to be in the doctor here for like 3 hours or some crap, and then figured I could just PC over to the truck stops then and go get my trailer washed out and, you know, be able to roll immediately or something. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to run in one direction and find out my load picks up in a different direction. Scotty, yeah, we were talking on Facebook, and he had said something about a casino south of Memphis that he recommended. That's out of the area. I had talked about I don't really want to hang out in Memphis or West Memphis. Now, there's some bad stuff. West Memphis isn't a good area, but it doesn't. I've never had personal problems there myself, and even Scotty was saying he had the same experience there. You know, he doesn't have problems there, but it's just not a good area. So it's, you know, it's more like playing the odds. There's a better chance that you can run into some problems in there than you can elsewhere. So I just kind of prefer to kind of stay out of the neighborhood, I guess. I don't want lot lizards knocking on my door or people knocking on my door trying to sell stuff or whatever, which happens more often there than other places. So, no, it just cities in general I try to stay away from. It's, you know, it's just too close to a city, and it actually is a city. So yeah, I'd just rather be in a more rural area when I'm sitting around because of that kind of stuff. But all right, so that's about all I have here. I don't want to have this video drag on for you. Let's say I'll have another pickup. I'll have a pickup video for you coming after this one, whatever it happens to be. I don't know. Well, wherever it happens to be, whatever. We'll surprise you with it whenever it happens. All right. So until then, yeah, thanks for hanging out, watching, and we'll see you on the next one. All right. Thanks. Have a great night.